All right, we finished with that first initial base coat of glaze. Now it's time to clean up. Okay? So what I like to do is, if I have a banding wheel, I'm going to take that, I'm going to put that banding wheel away. I'm going to gather up all my kind of tools here. I'm going to put my lid on. One thing, just putting your lid on, this isn't on, right? We need to make sure we put it on and then actually push it down. And you can actually like hear that lid go on, and I even come around, do a little pounding on the edges and making sure that lid is on tight. Okay? I'm going to then take all of my supplies, I'm going to take my water with sponge, and I'm going to actually walk them over to the sink. I'm going to be here. If the glazes are still pretty wet, you can see that these just kind of glide, the glazes just kind of glide off these tools, right? And it's really, really easy to clean. Okay? I can clean with my fingers. I can use one of these scrubbies. Okay? I actually really like these scrubbies for the whisks because it gets all around all edges of that whisk. Okay? We'll clean that. And here, squeezing those glaze tongs, rinsing out my water, and then rinsing out my small sponge. Once I've done all of that, I'm going to start putting everything away. I'm going to grab all these things, kind of shake them out a little bit, and then return my scrubby. I'm going to return my small sponge. I'm going to come over here to the wedging counter, and I'm going to put these big whisks along with the rest of them on their screws. I'm going to put the rubber scraper in the rubber scraper bin. I'm going to put the glaze tongs in the glaze tongs bin. I'm going to walk back to my bucket in my bin. Again, make sure that the lid is on. I'm going to grab this glaze bucket. Now sometimes these are heavy, okay? And so if you don't feel comfortable grabbing and lifting one, please don't. Right? Ask somebody around you, ask your teacher. It's much better if somebody else who feels confident grabs these and then brings them back here instead of you struggling because you want to do it on your own. Okay? So I'm here, I find that empty slot. I try to put it back so that you can still read the label. The last thing I'll do, I'll walk back to my spot, and you can even see I've got some excess glaze on the table. I'm going to take a wet sponge and I'm going to wipe up that excess glaze even before my table cleans the table at the end of the hour. Now my mess is all cleaned up and I'm ready to go.